GF outfit when going out with her girlfriends. So my GF32 I'm M47 sends me pics of her outfit telling me she's going out with the girls. We've been serious for 2 years now and exclusive. I told her I can see her NP players through her white shirt. She agrees. I respond, just making sure you're aware of the attention that will get you. I'm not on with this. She responds, I'm being ridiculous that she only has eyes for me. I respond, okay. She gets angry cause she hates when I say okay. Am I being overly concerned here? Redditor's reactions update after. Redditor 1, girls night out and wearing see-through clothing? She is thirsty for the attention of other men and her girlfriends are likely encouraging it. Put up some solid boundaries quick op. She sent you a photo and agrees with on the clothing. This is a giant essay test for you op. Good luck. Redditor follow up. I agree. Or you could wait out and see how it plays. Just keep tabs and don't go overboard. But only if you're ready for the worst case scenario and ready to give up once it happens. A little older women always look for attention and one wolf is enough to catch the lamb. Redditor 2, it is amazing that she said she only has eyes for you. It is what we call an oxymoron, she is contradicting herself. Yes, if she only has eyes for you then why wear a shirt that will show her NP players? This is going to bring her lots of attention which she wants. Be concerned, be very concerned. Redditor 3, you don't want that crap in your future, do you? Why can't people walk away from the ish? Update, my GF lied again. My GF lied again. So I've posted about her before 32F me 46 meters but we wound up back together. I caught her in a lie again. I asked what she was doing and where she was. She said Chic Filet. She shared her location with me and I with her a long time ago. So, I looked up where she was as it was odd she just up and went out without letting me know plans. I see she's at a residential address. I look up the property address records on Google and see it's the home of a male employee of hers. She sent me a pic of some food on a baking sheet. I'm like, that looks good. She tells me she didn't make it. I'm like, I know. She's proceeds saying for me to cut the crap because I know where she was. I said no. You said Chic Filet, that's not Chic Filet. She said she didn't go there, she changed her mind. I'm like, yeah, I saw you at Ed's house. She claims I'm in a shoal and she was never there. I just said okay. Cause I didn't want to explode into a rage while working. I'm traveling on business and return in a few days. We don't live together or work together. We've been together for over a year. I know what to do. I just feel defeated. Again, Redditor's reaction story 2 after. Redditor 1, you are not going to fix her. She needs to change herself and by the sound of it she's not going to do it. I would see this as a deal breaker. She doesn't live with you or work with you. Find someone who values you. Your title said GF lied again. Isn't that enough? Redditor 2, you know you can't trust her, so move on. Op comment. Thanks everyone for your comments. I'm debating confronting her or just walking away and going block no contact. Redditor follow up. I think deep down you already know what to do. I think she already has an idea that you know. So no need to confront. Just block her on everything, completely ignore her. Actually, you can do that already. You can do it now if you want. You do not live together, so no need for contact. If she tries to contact, just block and ignore, do not say a word to her. If she is at your house, just shut the door, do not let her in, and don't say a word. It sounds all hard and mean, but it is the best way to treat her.
Stay tuned for more.
Story 2. I 36M found out that my wife 35F of 10 years has been cheating on me from the past 2 years. I've been married for 10 years. My wife and I have 2 kids. I'm more of a freelance writer so I stay at home while my wife has a regular 9-5 job. We both use the same laptop, important for later for non-work purposes. Today I felt like checking up my FB. When I went on the website, I saw that my wife, let's call her W's account, was opened. She must have forgotten to log out in a hurry. I promptly went on to log out of her account, but just then a message popped up. I opened it out of curiosity. It was a guy. I couldn't resist. And my whole came crashing down. The message was, hey. Excited for today tongue. I scrolled up their MSGS, and died a bit every time. Nude sexts, weekend plans, making plans to avoid me and the kids, everything you don't want your wife doing with another man. And this supposedly started about 6 months after she gave birth to our second child. Although we've been married for 10 years, I've loved this woman since I was 18. I'm crushed and numb and have bawled my eyes out. I messaged her when she was coming home and she replied that she had to work overtime today. I can't even look at her anymore, but I don't know what had happened to the kids. I feel like dying. Please advise me on what to do. I've printed out the copies of the entire chats of 2 years. I've lost all hope and thinking capacity to come up with my next course of action. This seemed the only place I could share. I request you to please help me out here. Edit. I'm really thankful to all of you guys. She came home a few minutes ago, all tired and drunk. Said one of her co-workers gave them a farewell party. We'll keep you updated. Thanks for the support, really. Redditor's reaction story 3 after. Redditor 1, contact a lawyer, see what your options are. As far as your kids go, shared 50-50 custody will probably be what you'll get, especially as your job allows you to stay at home. Brace yourself for some lies and manipulation, or excuses from her side once you present her with the divorce papers. Redditor 2, divorce lawyer here. I know your head is spinning, but you need to get it straight for a minute so you can prepare for the worst by doing some of the baseline things you need to make a divorce easier logistically. Sometimes doing this stuff can help distract you anyway. First, screenshot everything you found. Then, make sure you have all the logins for all your online banking and any other financial accounts. Gather your tax returns for at least the prior 2 years. Make a list of all recurring household bills with their amounts. Go on avvo.com and find a well-referenced lawyer in your area. Call and make an appointment for a consult. You don't need to go immediately, but get it scheduled. Lastly, when this all blows up, do not leave the house and stay elsewhere if you can help it. Make her leave. She's the cheater. In most states, as soon as you start staying somewhere else, you effectively lose your shot at keeping the marital home as your residence. Good luck.
Stay tuned for more.
But, ready to follow up. What is the court's reasoning behind punishing the person that leaves the house? Stuff like that drives me nuts, like if the cheater refused to leave and you didn't want to be in the same house as them. Oh, you left the house so you don't have a claim to it anymore. Redditor 3, find a divorce lawyer right now. Don't let her know you are talking to a divorce lawyer until the lawyer thinks it's okay to. It's going to be their most difficult thing you've ever done in your life, but you have to act normally until you have your exit strategy in place. I'm 5 years out from leaving my wife of 15 years and we had 4 girls between us, secondary marriages for both of us. I have custody of the youngest, the older ones are emancipated and my ex isn't in the picture anymore. You can do this. Yes, it sucks worse than anything you've ever experienced, but you will never have a healthy relationship with her again. Happy to help with advice. Good luck. Story 3. Found out wife participates in gene bangs while I'm away for work. So brace on. Long story it's gonna be. I am 34, male. So I met this girl when we both were 18 and joined college. We quickly became friends and soon our friendship turned into romantic relationship. She moved in with me and I basically looked after all her expenses since then. 4 years later, I got a job in an oil company in the Middle East. Seeing how our lives gonna be for the next couple of years, we decided to get married and we did. Big mistake. I worked there for 10 long years and used to come back home once in a year. Meanwhile, she gave birth to 3 kids. As long as I was there, she never gave me any reasons to believe that she was cheating on me. She called me regularly, always replied back to my messages and whatnot. It all started when I was back home after I was done in there, that is a couple of months ago. One of my good buddies called me one day and asked to meet me. We met at the nearby park and that's when he broke this one to me. No, he actually showed me a couple of pictures. It was hers, of her being naked with different men in different sexual positions. Doing things that she told that she was into. I could feel my heart breaking down into pieces. However, I held my calm and went back home. I didn't tell her anything. I took my car and went for a drive and that's when I really contemplated this. I don't know why, but I decided to go for paternity tests. I just felt it. I did and the results came. No, I wasn't the father of any of the 3 kids. This was enough for me and I confronted her. She went hysterical and never answered any questions. She packed her things, took the kids, 8, 5 and 2, and moved in with her mother. I was back at my normal being not really the next day, and I called up this same buddy and asked him to come over. He did, and he started sharing the story. So a while ago, one guy who is his good friend and gym buddy approached him and asking whether he wants to be in a gene bang. To which he said no, as he was in a relationship with someone. That evening, after their gym session, they went to the nearby steakhouse, and there, this guy showed my friend the photo of the girl who was doing gene bang. Yes, it was my wife. Turned out that this guy was sleeping with her since she was in college while we were dating. He knew that she got married to some poor soul, and she kept seeing him along with other men as well, mostly his friends. The thing is that she proudly boasted that she was married and used to show the ring to every guy she sleeps with, and how she used to host multiple men at her house, my house. So basically, she was cheating on me from day one, and me being away for those 10 years was a boon for her. Anyways, I have officially told her parents and mine. I hired an advocate, copied those pics to my pen drive, and have officially filed for a divorce.
Stay tuned for more.
Redditor's reaction story 4 after. Redditor 1, the worst part is there are kids involved, who think that you are their dad. That's just sad and messed up. Praying for you and the kids. Redditor 2, damn. Well, hopefully you can take half of her stuff, lol. Or at least just completely walk away. Your further life with the kids, up to you. Tough man, sorry. Redditor 3, damn, I hope she just leaves quietly and let you be. No asking for alimony or child support, just leave and let you live your life. Redditor 4, what? A savage. Story 4, my cheating ex is being played, lied to and used by the man she left me for. I mean, it's karma, right? We were struggling in the pandemic this year. He told her everything she wanted to hear, talking about giving her the luxurious life and thinking about going serious with her, using his fitness and looks to keep her chasing. However, the only time they ever meet is to have time. She only sees him like once or twice a week. She's getting used, and the things she craves, marriage to a wealthy athletic business owner daddy, are not going to come true. But she chose him over me, erroneously thinking she is making the right choice. After our breakup 17 days ago, my friend reaches out to her and found out she regrets her decision, and misses me. She won't say it because I told her I hope he was ducking worth it to her face when I found her text messages and let her confess the truth to me. She can't admit that she got played for time and ducked up a real loving relationship to be some other guy's 3rd, 4th, 5th choice. I feel sorry for her. I also get it, because I also got played by a girl many years ago, who told me everything I wanted to hear, used me and then tossed me aside. However, my trust is already destroyed. I understand the flaws we had in the relationship, and everything I wasn't doing is what drove her to him. I can't just take her back after all this. I don't hate her or him anymore, but I just wish she wasn't so gullible, stupid and desperate. She bet all her chips on a future with him instead of me, and ended up losing. Redditor's reactions update after. Redditor 1, well, if you take her back and someone else dangles glitter, she's gone again. Op answer. I am not going to take her back. Even if she changes. I don't want a sequel to this S-City movie. Redditor 2, lol, haha, this made me smile. Thanks for sharing. Op answer. I've been learning to laugh at it too. When my heart yearns for her, I want to forgive her and take her back this month. But that yearning goes away when I remember that she fell in love with an obvious player and tricked herself into thinking she could tie him down and be his wife. She was cheating on me with him for a while, never letting it register in her mind that maybe a guy she met on FetLife for hookups wasn't her soulmate. Oh well. Let her accept the consequences. When she reaches out and wants me back, I'll direct her back to him. Redditor 3, stay no contact with her. Even knowing all this, you won't get good closure. It's nice to have a little revenge, but it doesn't make you feel that much better. Go no contact and grieve best you can and live a more fulfilling life. Op answer. She wants to come over for Christmas with me and our mutual friends who I'm staying with. I'm not sure if it's petty or makes me look bad to tell her I don't want her over. Update. How do you love yourself after they've cheated? I know how girls talk when they're cheating on their boyfriends. It's never good. It actually gets her more excited because it's taboo. What this breakup has taught me is that I wasn't getting the job done in the bedroom. I wasn't dominant, like the guys on FetLife. I don't have that kind of personality. I don't have that kind of attitude. And I feel like if was more like the dominant daddies on these hookup BDSM sites, she wouldn't have cheated. I feel like being anything but those kinds of guys is a mistake. I feel so worthless when nobody wants to be with me. Update. Hatred and resentment has consumed me. She sent me a text a few days ago, just telling me our tribe is sending a check out, and was asking me if I changed my address so I wouldn't miss it. She said she didn't want to bother me, but just wanted to make sure I knew. I don't know why she thinks I need her telling me this. We follow the same Facebook page. Learned this was her small way of testing the waters, inching closer to me since I spent the last couple months leaving every message she sent me on read and giving her no opportunity to play ego games with me. I know she doesn't want another relationship. Maybe she wants to be friends to alleviate her guilt of lying to me and cheating on me. The latest message reached me in a time of pain and misery though. I've been boiling over with the amount of hatred and resentment I held for this talking backstabbing traitor, and I absolutely could not accept the idea of her hurting me this badly and living happily ever after with someone else. So I let it out.
Stay tuned for more.
Told her I didn't want her messaging me anymore, calling her a cheating C-word. Also used a very terrible swear word in our native language to refer to her, and told her to duck off and die. Then I blocked her phone number. I thought it would make me feel better, but it made me feel worse. Because I knew this would hurt her a lot, and I envisioned how badly it would affect her. The idea of her crying made me cry too. Telling someone I used to love with all my heart something so vile didn't really benefit me at all. I had relief. She finally knows how much I hate her. I withdrew all sympathy and love for her in every aspect, not just romantic. I won't be there for her in any way. If she loses a loved one, I will never console her. Even our pet rabbit we had together, or her mother or sister. If she is ever sick and bedridden, I won't be at the hospital for her in her last moments, and when she passes away, I'm never going to her funeral. I'll just thank whatever malady brought about her demise, for giving cheaters what she deserved, and I instantly start crying when vile shit like this pops up in my head. The kind of hate I reserve for actually disgusting people I have now directed at someone who I loved for many, many years. It feels completely wrong, misplaced, inhuman, but I don't know how to deal with the amount of pain I still feel from the cheating of last year. The moment D-Day or the text pop up in my head, I instantly go into this rage-filled mindset, and all I want is for the world to turn on her and destroy her. It's temporary though, it's so intense and all-consuming, but it never lasts. This hurts the worst because I still love her. She was there for me in many dark times. Her positivity really brought me out of my doomsday-tinted world, where I was planning on the world ending in nuclear fire. She's an amazing person, but the cheating was unforgivable and truly despicable. It has permanently warped the way I see her, and myself. There are days I wish she was dead, and days I wish I could talk to her again. We had so much in common. We knew each other's favorite everything. Food, movies, music, pets, anime, video games, events. I wish none of this ever happened. Sleeping alone doesn't get easier. Neither does seeing memes I wish I could send her. She was a huge part of my life, and I am truly thankful for being able to experience so much with her, but any interaction I have with her at this time always leads to this huge surge of animosity and all-consuming rage. I wish I knew how to overcome it, let go of it so I can become the positive person I used to be before D-Day. Redditor's reactions. Redditor 1. My condolences on the passing of your relationship. Hard to say much more than that without some info and backgrounds. I can say, what you're feeling is normal. Anger, depression, the fantasies of violence, the fantasies of pleasure, etc. It's good you went no contact. It's good that you have time away. It's not so great you said abusive stuff. Not because of her sake but for your own. Eventually your rage sadness will pass and you'll always remember how you lost control and said those things to her.
Stay tuned for more.
They achieved nothing but letting her know that you're hurt and unable to control your anger right now. Depending on how manipulative she is, She will simply use that as justification for her own ends, which only matter if you have social circles in common tribe members. There are many people here that have gone through and are currently going through infidelity. We are here if you need us. Answer. The messed up part was once she was caught, she kept trying to rationalize why she did what she did to me. As if the excitement, thrill and danger was a valid excuse for cheating on me. Like I would be like, oh, okay, now that I know the reason you cheated was because the fear of being caught made you more turned on, it's not as bad. Redditor 2. This hurts the worst because I still love her. This here? Explains the intensity of your rage and hurt. I would even say that your rage and anger are a protective barrier you are putting up inside yourself to stop the overwhelming pain, hurt and grief you feel. May I suggest something? Stop hiding from your pain, stop hiding from your hurt and just feel them. Leave yourself open to be devastated by the feelings. Why? Because that is the pathway to letting go of her inside yourself. When you acknowledge and take ownership of your pain, then it becomes about you, not about her. It's about how you feel, not what she did. It becomes about what you need to do to make yourself feel better, not about what she did to you in the past. Crying, grieving and releasing is part of the process. It will take a long time, but you can get past this. If it helps, she is on her life journey and it is taking her away from you. The best thing you can do is to take care of yourself and turn your attention to figuring out where your life journey is taking you now. Redditor 3. I used to have those feelings towards my ex-wife. Just takes time to get over it. Took me 5 years to get to where I could have a conversation with her. It's been 22 years. We aren't friends, but if we ran into each other there wouldn't be any animosity. Forgiveness doesn't help them, it unburdens you. Answer. The burden was gone for a while until she reached out again, then it just awoke all at once. I guess I didn't deal with the pain, I probably just suppressed it in her absence. Redditor 4. Your biggest problem is you still have her on this pedestal. Yes, she helped in your dark times, but she's human. Take her off the pedestal. While she may sometimes be a good person, now you know she can be terrible. The reason you're so angry at her is that her cheating shattered your almost godly view of her. Also, if she was so nice, she wouldn't keep reaching out to you while she knows you're hurting. Especially since she's the one who caused your pain. She's trying to alleviate her guilt through you, and that's not a nice person at all. You lashed out at her. It happens when we are angry. If you can't completely heal, I suggest removing yourself from anything that's associated with her. Good luck, Op. Redditor 5. All of this is pretty common. It just takes time. You might want to go talk to someone about it, just because anger like this can hurt you in the long run. Give it some time, it will get better. There will be a day when you no longer care either way.